All right, homeowners, listen up. If you've been thinking or wanting maybe perhaps to sell your home, now would be the time to get off the fence. And we have a guest here that's going to be able to help you do just that. Real estate investor and listing broker, First Prime Realty Group, Laith Lavada joining us once again. Laith, how are you, my friend?
Very good. Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about this. Obviously, the pandemic, COVID-19, is really shaken up everything in our lives, including real estate. How's real estate doing right now?
It's an interesting phenomenon we're seeing right now. We actually have a low amount of inventory in the market for available homes to buy. And this is really due to the fact that most people are just kind of hunkering down and staying in place. And they just don't really want to move during this pandemic and this period of time. And what is more telling is that our values are actually they're going up a little bit, but we're not ticking up too much right now. So
Yeah.
that tells me that the amount of buyers that we have is just enough to keep our values stable for the short term right now. And so I think that things will be different in the coming future.
Yeah, you think that perhaps with the government maybe not helping out as much anymore and stopping perhaps evictions, that this could become an issue down the road.
Yeah, I think that there will be an increased inventory, and it's already we already see it happen in New York and the bigger metropolitan areas, and Las Vegas is no slouch. It's fairly big itself,
Mhm.
so we're going to see a ripple effect come through the market, I think, and why that's going to happen, I believe, and I've been saying this from the for the last probably 3 or 4 months, is I believe that when this vaccine comes out, and that's going to be a great thing. So don't
Yeah.
get me wrong there, but I think people will have more confidence to move around. And we're actually already seeing people migrate to lower, dense populated areas. And so people are going to start to put their homes back in the market. They're not going to be quite as concerned about the pandemic when this vaccine comes out. And again, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But we're going to see that, we see that mortgage forbearances are up more in Las Vegas than just about anywhere else in the nation. We see that mortgage defaults are up. We're also seeing that, we got the moratorium where a lot of people are unfortunately not being able to pay for their rent. We've got employment rates at an all time high, and in Vegas is at the top of that list nationwide for unemployment, obviously, because of the tourism industry.
Yeah.
So, what we have is we have something like the 2008, where we had the shadow inventory, where we have all this buildup of inventory, these people that haven't been selling over the past 8 months or whatever it is now, that wanted to sell but aren't selling. And once they get the opportunity to do that, all that inventory is going to come back on the market. And what's going to happen is that's going to drive values down. So we have this pent up, if you will, shadow inventory that's out there, that's lurking, and that when it comes on the market, that's going to have a drastic impact on those values.
Yeah, no
And
question.
so I think that that we have a small window of opportunity right now for sellers to, if they need or want to sell, to put those homes on the market and get top dollar for them right now before that inventory increases.
And this is where you come in. You're actually a cash investor. You buy homes for cash. How are you able to do that during all of this?
Well, that's a great question. I actually buy homes in one of two different ways. Either I buy to rent them and hold them long term, or I buy them and I add a tremendous amount of value. So these homeowners, unfortunately, are facing some sort of um, hardship, such as a divorce, a job loss, a foreclosure, a relocation. So all these things are happening at a heightened level during the pandemic. But what I do is I buy homes where I can add tremendous value to them and then put them back on the market and resell them or hold them for long-term real estate investment down the road. Every purchase and sale has to be a win-win, though. Otherwise, I won't be a part of the transaction.
Yeah, of course. And if that is the case, then what's a homeowner to do?
Well, here's the thing: is that a lot of sellers need a smooth transaction right now, and they don't want a whole bunch of people obviously walking through their homes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have, the repairs that need to be done on the property. They need money for the move before the move, and we can do that. We can get money in your pocket before you move, and so that we do a lot of things that would really benefit someone who needed to sell quickly for one of those reasons that I said. Even a death in the family, unfortunately, Obviously, that's happening at a higher rate right now than any other time.
Yeah.
And people and they lose their job, and then they just need the cash and the equity out of their property to get to the next chapter in their lives.
Mhm.
So, but if I can't buy the property, sometimes we'll list the property, and that's something that we can help with as well.
Awesome. Well, 30 seconds. If somebody does want to get the ball rolling with you and take that next step, how do they do it?
Well, it's really simple. Just call my office for a 24-hour, no obligation cash offer. If I can buy the home, I'll make you an offer on that property. If I can't, then we can ultimately look at doing a listing. A lot of these homes, if they're in really good shape and the seller is not in a hurry, then I can go ahead and help list that. But obviously, that's completely up to you. And my main goal right now is to buy the homes for cash, make that transaction seamless and easy for the homeowners during this really difficult time. So just call my office for no obligation, 24-hour cash offer.
Lane, thanks for joining us, my friend.
Thank you.
All right. If you want to get a no obligation cash offer or to list your home, just go to this phone number right here, 702-476-2000. Call Latham Lavada today. First Prime Realty Group, a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.